Okay. I want to give this a shot. Spent about 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure out how to best utilize my CPU power to work with the shit internet that I have. Good morning. Or good morning. What the fuck am I saying? How's it going? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Y'all guys thought I wasn't going to stream. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. Utter blasphemy. No. Last weekend, Riley had something that he was doing, and this weekend I didn't really hear much from him, so, or I haven't heard anything from him today. So, for now, I want to be talking about some shit that I want to talk about. So, you know, normally we'll talk about our movies, or we'll talk about things that we're interested in at the time. Crapping on bad shows, you know, and doing that whole shebang, but this time I want to talk about something different. I want to, one last stream or a couple streams ago, we talked about Halo, and I wanted to talk more about that, actually. So, let me see if I can talk about that. Oh gosh, no, that's wrong. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. Because there's a new update that's coming out. New update. And so, I wanted to discuss some of the things that are in the new update that are coming out, and get y'all's opinion on it, and see what you guys think of it. Yeah, there it is. There it is. That's what we want to see, guys. Y'all guys can't see this in the behind the scenes, but I'm bringing up overlays for you guys so you guys can see what I'm seeing and we can talk about it. Alrighty, so, and fade. Ain't that cool? Look at that. Look at that. I don't like the studio thing. It looks weird. It's hard to see everything. Can I get that off? There we go. That's better. I like one big screen. That's nice. Anyway, so there's some stuff that's come out in this new update, and what I want to talk about is this enough to save quote-unquote Halo? Because that's the big question that everybody's been making videos about and talking about, and I do have some videos that I am in the process of making. I just heavily procrastinate, as you all should well know. That's why I started doing streams. So, there's a lot of interesting stuff in this winter update. There's a lot of good things, but a lot of not so good things as well, I would say, personally. So they haven't really given us much. They've given us a video. We can take a gather at that. But it says, let's see, by Alex Wafer, the winter update for Halo Infinite is a few short weeks away, bringing it a plethora of new content. Because that's been the biggest issue with Halo recently, is that there's just not a whole lot of content there. Shay's also testing out fruit punches. She's trying to make a perfect concoction, and so she's giving me all of her flawed ones. Yes, hello.
Yarg, mate.
Yarg.
Are we streaming?
We are. So I've gotten it to kind of where it fluctuates between green and red. So I figured that's good enough.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
When it comes to like talking and having a conversation.
Yeah. But instead of the previous thing that we were going to talk about with me and Riley, because I really wanted to bounce off of him and get his ideas.
Yeah.
There's a winter update coming out for Halo, and so I was wanting to talk about whether or not this is going to save Halo.
Halo Infinite?
Halo Infinite, yeah, it's getting a winter update.
I was playing that bullshit earlier. God. There was a time when me and Halo Infinite were tight, you know?
Yeah.
We were buddies.
Good friends.
There were like, a day didn't go by where we didn't see each other.
Every time.
Every day.
Every
on
day
the
we
grind.
go.
It's the only game I think I've ever put in the grind for.
As soon as I got home, I'd be like, let's jump on Infinite and play it for
and then,
like 6 hours.
Season 2 came out, and I didn't even fucking know about it.
Yeah.
Because it just died off.
I mean, it
became so ridiculous.
Well, the thing that really did it for me was, I think, you know, Season 2 comes around, and what has changed besides now we have a new grind? You know, with the first season,
Yeah.
it was like, oh man, we got to get these max armors. We're trying to get to the end of it. We get to the end of it. And we're like, okay, what's next? And it's like another grind. It's like, well then, I mean, you haven't really given me anything that's exciting. You know, you haven't really given me anything to eat. Essentially, you know, you're just giving me
come
more
out with
work.
a lot more like game formats and like a couple new maps. The
Yeah.
new maps are fucking throwing me off. I guess because I just haven't played them enough.
Yeah,
But
they're wacky. I mean,
they're crazy.
Yeah,
and like the gameplay for it is still buggy. That's the reason I fell out of it, because the gameplay for it
the
was buggy.
this desync is terrible.
Like I would hit a guy and then he would shoot me and I would die, and then like 2 seconds later he would die. There was some bullshit that happened earlier where I definitely meleeed a guy because he fucking went back because he got meleeed.
Right.
And it didn't do shit to him. He just came back, and I was like, that was a direct hit. You would be dead.
You should be dead. See, that's the big issue that I have with Halo Infinite 2 is it has really bad desync issues to the point where even sometimes when watching on their LAN parties that they do, where everybody's connected to the same internet and they still have issues with desync every now and again.
Well, we were watching the grand finale of the Halo,
the esports, the World
esports, and they had to do a whole different like game thing because the guy's thing lagged out.
Yeah, the entire game.
The World Series, bro.
Yeah, guys.
The top level that they could possibly play at. You'd think they would have the best internet and would not have any issues.
At that point, it's not gonna, because at that point you can't blame the internet. You gotta blame the game itself. The game just bugged out.
Yeah.
Which sucks because they built up all this technical debt, you know, by outsourcing all these developers that they only kept for X amount of months before, you know, they would go off and do a different project, and nobody knows how to do this code. That's why I'm on the team of thinking they should go to Unreal, because Unreal, a lot of people work with Unreal.
I like the Unreal engine.
Yeah, it's a pretty engine, and I think what they need now is they need people who understand this code. You know, speaking of pirates, it's gonna, you know, you'll bring in guys, and it'll just be the pirates like, I know the code.
I know the code. The more like guidelines.
Yeah, that was what me and Riley were gonna discuss tonight. Was gonna be the Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie, Curse of the Black Pearl, and why it's amazing. Where next time we get together for a stream, we're probably gonna be breaking that down and talking about. We're gonna go scene by scene, minute by minute.
YouTube video. I think it's called The Genius of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes, I've
Have you seen that?
I love that video.
That's probably one of my favorite videos on YouTube.
Fantastic video, man.
There's a link for it in the bio.
Yeah, fuck. I can't make it. I'll put it in the post. I'll fix it in post.
Always gotta fix it in post.
Shit.
Did you just whack my noodles? Absolutely not. Come here, you fucking bitch. You're not getting my food.
God. But yeah. Let me make sure that I am actually streaming and doing all that jazz. That'd be nice.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I just didn't feel rewarded in the grind.
Yeah.
You know? It felt like all the actual rewards you had to pay for.
Exactly.
And so there was no point to actually grind.
Right.
And that's kind of the reason why I fell off.
Okay, so yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
The gameplay and the fight stuff is fun, but when you're going up really against like really difficult opponents, you wanted those fights to be worth it because you're struggling against people who are really talented.
Yeah, and when you're struggling and you're in those sweaty fights.
Yeah, and it just feel like you're not getting rewarded for those sweaty fights. You know, unless you pay for the reward, you know?
Exactly, you know.
It's
unfair at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's why everybody goes back and plays Halo 3 and Halo Reach, is because the desync was not as bad.
Desync was not as bad, and you didn't have to, like, buy your way into cool items.
Yes, because you know when you see somebody, when you saw someone with some dope ass armor, you're like, yeah, that dude worked for that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy because there'll be like noobs who have like all this decked out armor because they can just afford to pay for it.
Exactly.
And then you smoke them and you don't even feel that good for smoking them because they didn't work to get it. I remember playing Reach, and like the few times I ever played online with Reach, which was rare because it was
Yeah,
usually
I
just
mean,
me and my brother playing
yeah,
against each other.
yeah.
But I would go up against like these legendary guys that had like legendary ranks and like things that were like really high ranks, and getting a kill on one of those guys, even if it was like a throwaway shot or like a grenade in the
Oh
background,
yeah, or a lucky shot, yeah.
you feel awesome.
Yeah, because you're like, I just
because
that guy.
you know that those guys, they earned it. They didn't buy that armor.
Yeah,
they didn't buy to look cool. They were cool because they shot well and they were
they were cool.
players.
Yeah, exactly. They were cool because they were good players.
And there was a level of respect for that I feel like Halo Infinite has lost, because now I'm smoking guys that are like, because I don't pay for anything. I think money for gaming is a waste of money.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand, like, maybe when to do something like cosmetically to some degrees, but not to the degree that the Halo Infinite is doing. Speaking of cosmetics, one thing I want to find funny, I want to bring up real quick, is this right here. I just want to point out that this shoulder plate, I don't think is available in Infinite, but they have it for their winter update overview. Like this,
maybe they'll make it available.
Dude, I would love that. It's an awesome piece. Like everybody had that shoulder plate, so I used to get sick of it, but now I have a more of a nostalgic fondness.
I think it's so stupid. The way that the whole thing is like set up. It's because you don't. It doesn't reward you the way that the other Halo games have in the past. And like I got like maybe 2 missions into the campaign.
Yeah.
Which
were the two probably some of the best missions, because there was only, I think, one mission after the beginning that was truly memorable, and it was also probably one of the most Halo missions out of all of them, because the first mission is almost Call of Duty vibes, because it's very linear. You got to go in this particular direction. Of course, they have their open landscapes that you can travel in and stuff. But in the very beginning, when you're in the ship, it felt very, very linear. Like, you need to go here, you need to go here, you need to get out of it. But open world, and Halo has been a linear game. However, it has open maps and open areas for you to fight in. Problem with Infinite is that the in the campaign is that it almost felt too open,
right?
Because it was
that was one of my problems with it, was the open world,
right?
Because one of the things, like, as a inexperienced gamer, as a person who's only really played like Halo games and like certain games like that, where I need a little more. I've played Skyrim, where it's just kind of open world.
Yeah, Skyrim's pretty open world.
But I also fell off in Skyrim because I have like a very short attention span, and when you give me all the options,
yes, I understand.
I fuck around.
I understand that.
I don't do the.
You don't accomplish anything, yeah.
Right, because there's just too much. That's why I like some of the other, like Halo Reach, which I'll always go back to because I think it is a perfect game.
Yeah.
It has a storyline that draws you into it, or makes you want to complete the story, and Halo Infinite had it. But they didn't. I feel like they ruined the story by making it open world.
Right.
Because then you don't what's the objective? Like the big guy that they introduced as the main villain, there's no direct line to him.
Yeah. You're not.
It's an open world. You could just go and shoot birds for like hours on end.
Right.
It's like, what's the point? Where's the story? Where's the cutscenes? Cutscenes are important. I don't know that the new game had cutscenes.
It had cutscenes. The problem was they were all the same. They were all one takes that were like pans and shit. Which, I mean, in the beginning was nice, but it really started to feel repetitive towards the end, because you can't get certain shots that you could get in the original Halo games, because everything is filmed sort of like a one shot. Which I know, I understand they're trying to do like other Halos where they do in-game cutscenes, which are important.
Yeah.
But not so repetitively. It kind of loses the cinematography there.
Yeah. Especially because I think like Halo 2 is probably my second favorite Halo game.
It's awesome. I love its story.
For the cutscenes.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are incredible, and it really drives you forward in the gameplay.
For
because you want to make it to the next cutscene.
Yeah.
So that you can get that next like lore drop, or you can get that next like story beat.
Yes, I think that's what really made Halo 2 such a good driver, is because of its. You wanted to know what happened next. You're like, I gotta see where this goes. This is. It's such an interesting game. I love it.
I think Halo Infinite as like a group gaming like shooter game, it's not bad.
No,
it's really not the worst in the world. I like the game, like the combat.
The combat is a lot of fun when done really right. Great. Yes, it's fun. It's interesting. I think that's the thing that sucks the most about.
If people would just die when I shoot them, I wouldn't have an issue with the game.
You see, I think because I played through all the campaign, and as far as the combat loop goes, I think that if it was done right, the way that the mechanics work in the game as far as moving around, grapple, shot, and all that jazz, I think it could have been one of the best combat loops in Halo, bar none. Because it's that in between of fast and slow pace that's balanced very well. You know what
the Halo franchise should do?
What's that?
This is what they should do. They should remaster all the games, but they should introduce all the new game mechanics into all the old games.
Oh, that would be interesting.
So that you could grapple hook and dual wield at the same time.
That would be cool. I miss dual wielding so much. The fact that it was only in 2 games is so sad.
Yeah. But bring that back. Could you imagine like running into a slide and like with like a whole bunch of flood coming after you?
Yeah, you've got like dual SMGs and a grapple hook, and you're like, I'm ready to fuck up everything. That'd be so much fun. Like, it'd be a blast. I don't know if they could port a lot of those mechanics to the older games. However, people are recreating Halo 3 maps in Halo Infinite with the new Forge, which is what we'll be talking about.
I haven't seen the new Forge. So.
Oh, the stuff is beautiful. It's legendary. The real question is whether or not it's enough to bring back the player base.
Well, I'll let you talk about it.
All right.
You can give them your absolute.
Yeah, I was about to say, let Shay here. Take this. Let Shay know I need more of whatever.
You need more.
Whatever she's making.
I know she's saving most of it for tomorrow because she's making like a whole big batch.
Right.
But I'm sure being married, you could probably get an extra glass.
Hopefully. That's the goal. That's what I'm aiming for. So, let's see what we have here. Alrighty. Let me see if I can bring up some Forge stuff. Forge. Because it has really impressive Forge stuff. Yeah, let's see. I don't want a community showcase. I personally like Halo followers Forge stuff. So let's see. The audio is probably gonna pop up. No, don't do that. There we go. Mute. Okay. See, 343 is actually doing it right. What? How is this possible? So the real question comes down to one, what happened to Halo, sort of, and whether or not this will be enough to save it. Like, because the stuff that Forge is doing is freaking impeccable. So, okay, I should probably just put Halo follower. How is this possible? Oh, yeah. So, like, some of these images, I'll see if I can pull them up for you. It's yeah, like, some of this stuff is just incredible. Realistic cities, like, look at this. They're making all of this. It looks like, the pre-render of, maybe some sort of PS2 game. But the fact is, look at, like, the detail that you can put into these objects and buildings is absolutely astonishing. Look at look at that. A cityscape. Realistic city demo in Halo Infinite, right? Like, this Forge is out of its world. It is incredible. Desert map. Like, this stuff is just, it's wild to see. Like, it's completely new terrain. It's completely new stuff. See, Infinite Forge's crash site. Like, look at that. That's so cool. So the thing I'm worried about is that this is super cool, but I'm worried at whether or not it's enough, because one of the things that they're adding that I didn't know apparently is going to be a file share system, which is important because what's the point of making all these awesome maps if you can't share it, right? Problem is, with Forge, with this Forge beta, and with the file share system, my problem is every time they've released something, it's been broken. Recipe.
Sorry, are you filming?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, I'm streaming, so you're live.
Oh, you're actually able to do that?
Kind of. It's
Kind
fluctuating.
Of. Oh my god.
I've lost
it's like a fucking traffic light.
I've dropped 17,000 frames, but it's fine.
17,000. You rocking that 420? No. 480.
I should probably be doing 480p, but I'm trying to push out 720.
Love you.
Love
Is
you.
that one better?
Yes, it's definitely more orangey, which I like.
Technically, it's mango. Isn't that weird?
It's more citrusy.
No, that's what I meant. It's like it's mango, but it doesn't taste mango.
Yeah. What are you doing? Stop fighting.
Oh my god.
Wait. I love you.
Yeah, I did equal parts this time.
Ah, gotcha.
Instead of more juice.
I like it.
Love you.
Love you. So let's see, what all are they adding in this overview? They're also doing network co-op, which we'll talk about in a sec. Forge beta will also be available. And that's just the tip of the iceberg, with a 30-tier battle pass, which I think is going to be free. New events, new maps, and more, which they don't tell me how many new maps or new modes. Blah, 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 coming. Launches on November 8th. Isn't that the election? It's an odd date. Okay. Let's take a look at this overview. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if I can play this and stream at the same time. Might be too much struggle for my shit. Can I set it to 240p because it's so sad. I mean, I don't need it to be anything crazy. I don't even have my headphones on here. Let's take a gander. Oh god, this is a long video. I thought it was just gonna be like a 30-second trailer. I don't want to listen to your shit. I mean, a lot of this is gonna be B-roll. That's probably gonna be copywritten. Like campaign and mission replay, guys. Oh my god. We can replay missions again. Oh, I'm dead. Guys, we can replay missions. Oh god. Full zoom. We can replay missions now. Ain't that something? Whoa. Can you believe it? Ah, man. I feel bad for fucking Joe Staten. Like, he loves this game. He cares about... Oh, shit. He loves this game. He cares about it. You can see it, but his eyes look dead and sad because he's working for this stupid fucking corporation that doesn't know what it's doing. I mean, like the guy said, as we all know, Halo is a competitive game. Absolutely a competitive game. Nothing social about it. Other than all of the social game types that it comes with. Do you play with this save slot? So yeah, they ditched split screen co-op again, which I have problems with. I'm sure you guys should understand that I have an issue when you cut split screen co-op because you're taking out one of the social aspects of Halo, which is that was what it was built on. My biggest when you break it down to its nuts and bolts, the biggest problem that Halo Infinite has is the fact that it's lost all of its social connections that previous Halo games had. because you wanna make content for YouTube or whatever. Can I fix this? There we go. That's better. You want to make good content for Halo. You want to make Halo content, but you don't have the developers, or you're having shit problems with your engine, whatever. If you give us the tools, we will give you content for free because we love the IP. That's so hard to figure out. And I understand the company's rough, and I'm a little salty about it. I understand. I'm being a bit mean. I get that. I understand. I'm not upset with any developers. I'm not even upset with CEOs or Bonnie Ross or anyone like that. I mean, yes, I'm upset, but the problem is I can see this game has potential. It could really be something great. The problem is we don't have the tools to do it, which is why Winter Update is such a big deal. That's why this update is a big question, because it's throwing in the social things that we needed to keep the game going, to make it more interesting. Because then I can hit up Jace. Hey, have you played this map? Have you played this map? You gotta download this one, man. It's perfect for Griffball, or what the fuck ever, even though Griffball isn't in here yet. That sort of thing. That's what the community needs. I mean, you have guys like, let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see, old composer Halo. This guy is an old composer, and he watched he watched this Halo 3 theme, right? He listened to the Halo 3 theme and was talking about it, the one final effort, and finish the fight, and Never Forget, which are two of my favorite songs, particularly Never Forget. Where are the comments? Are they at the bottom? I can't remember. I'm usually not on YouTube on here. I'm usually on YouTube on my phone. Oh god. I look dumb. I look very, very dumb. But anyway, you look at some of the comments that these people are saying, and like the love that they have for this game, and all that comes with it is just, it's, people love this IP truly. It is for lack of a better word, it's iconic, But he breaks down the Finish the Fight song, why it acts the way it acts, why you get the feelings that you feel with that song and Never Forget. And it had a huge resonance with people when they watched this video, talking about the nostalgia and how good the songs were, and how much love was put into these games. I mean, hell, if any of y'all guys have not looked up the Halo 2 development, look it up, because that shit was brutal. Absolutely brutal. I think I forgot to turn on my key light. That's fine. Oh god, I'm so bright. Is that too much? Yeah, that might be better. I don't know, is that better or is that worse? Might be worse. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's worse. We'll go with this for now. Hey look, it's my wife. You can kind of see her. In between images, in between here and over here. But yeah, so there's a lot of love for this game, for this IP, for Halo itself. And I'm one of those people. Hell, I have a fucking Halo tattoo on my arm. Shay has a matching one. We love these games. And in case you don't know what that is, that's the mark of shame that the Arbiter got in Halo 2. We love these games. I play it and I think about it all the time. I have a Pinterest that's dedicated basically to saving Halo concept art, because I love the art of these games, and I love the way it's created. I like what it looks like. I like just the the military sci-fi aspect of it. It's one of the reasons why. Well, I'll talk about the Halo show in a later day, because I think that's one of the things that really wrecked this game was the fucking Halo TV show. Oh God, it was an insult to Halo itself. Nothing, not the actor's fault. It was the writer's fault. Let's be clear. Shit writers will can your shit. That's wise words, Jeremy. Wise words. So, Campaign Network Co-op. They said that this game was supposed to have normal co-op, split screen co-op, and they canned it, which is dumb. Because with network co-op, you have to have a good network, and two people have to own the campaign. See, that's the problem. Is Jace doesn't have the campaign, so network co-op. None of my friends can do that. Unless they want to buy the $60 game, which, honestly, why buy that just to play, dick around in the campaign when we can just dick around in Forge, because that's all we're really going to be doing, I mean, when Forge comes out, we're probably just going to be using that to play, maybe not custom games, but just mess around and try out new maps and run around in them. So what really would have made this awesome is if you had the 4-player split screen, plus the fact that people have been able to glitch the game to where you can have 4-player split screen co-op anyway. Yeah, that's a thing. You can actually glitch the Halo. I think it's their beta system. To do 4-player split screen, it's possible, but they're not. Which means at that point, either someone's just not, using that bug as an advantage, or they're just not signing off on it, and it's just it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I don't understand why they would have to. They'd have to can it when it seemed like it was so close, because it was semi-functional, but it was pretty functional at the time, Network co-op's good, but I don't know if it's going to be. It's not enough to save the game. See, yeah, from the worship, blah blah blah. Forge beta is the big one. That's going to be your big selling point. I mean, Forge, but this Forge, I mean, is impressive. You saw that shit compared to like Halo 3. This stuff is incredible. I mean, people are actually making mini games like Super Mario-esque platformers in Halo Forge. It's absolutely wild. Like, it is totally wild, the things that these guys are doing. Shout out to Halo Follower, by the way. This guy makes some pretty decent stuff. Yeah, look at that. Destructible parts. Think about how, like, the things you can do with this. Flood Jungle. I mean, look at, it's, what was this, menu concept script? Yeah, people are scripting in Halo Infinite. Like, you can't, it's so cool. It's so cool. But is it too late, is my question, because will I come back to play and mess around in Forge? I don't know, I feel like it'd be a good video series, maybe you do a live stream or video going over a couple of the latest cool Forge maps. That'd be neat, that'd be fun. I feel like it would be interesting. I'd go back and I'd play at least a couple if I saw any Forge maps on YouTube that I thought were particularly interesting. But I don't think it's going to bring any new people to the forefront. You might have a couple of the good old Halo bros to come and play, but that's about it. And then a new battle pass. I'll be honest, I don't give a shit about the battle passes. I don't care. I've got my Halo Infinite character with my ODST helmet. Jesus, he's going crazy. I've got my ODST helmet in a decent color skin. I'm happy with that. I don't need anything crazy. That's fine. Perfectly fine with me. Because nowadays, the Halo Infinite characters look more like action figures and toys than anything. They're so colorful and everywhere, like it's cyberpunk or some shit, except that doesn't fit the theme of Halo. Like, you know, all the videos where people are saying this is not Star Wars. This is not Halo. Halo is a military sci-fi shooter, so why the fuck are you hot pink? I mean, you can have pink. I've seen pink armors before. It's fine. But like like robotic, because I can't think of the word at the moment. I don't know. Holographic bunny ears is not cybernetic. But that doesn't even fit what I was going with. But holographic bunny ears are not a military sci-fi shooter. You've gone too far one way. Stop that. Stop doing that. It's bad. Go away. I need more alcohol. I'm going to have a fun party here. Eventually I'm going to boot up some Halo, and I want to talk about the qualities of Halo that I actually like and enjoy. Because I'm not just a sad human being most of the time. I'm actually pretty fun. Except for the fact that I ruin every party I go to. See, stream from Xbox One. Am I streaming? Oh, I'm still streaming. Oh, great. Ah, nice. Fantastic. Okay, so I got... What are you? Oh, image? What image is that? Hold on. Messing around. What are you? Oh, it's my overlay. Gotcha. Cool. I don't need my window capture. What do I need? Display capture. That's it. Boom. Okay. I know we played Halo last time. I have a couple of games I could play, I say, with the giant stream of video games that are available to me. I have a few games I could play. Boot up MCC for the hell of it, because why not? But because I want to talk about some stuff about the old Halos that I think is good. That I think is genuinely a good thing. And see if the update over here can work with that. Am I having issues? How am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm having some lag because trying to stream this and it's not going well. Might not be able to play, we'll see. Oh no, we lost connection. No. Let's see if I can fix it. I don't know if I can. Oh god. Because my network connection is shit. It's utter trash. Okay, we might be going. Alright, let's see. Am I getting any audio from the game? It might be. Let's see. Window capture image, display capture. Add. Audio input. Let's see what we got. No, I don't want to use any of those. Hello. Oh dear, what is that? Go away. Oh, there we go. Desktop audio. That might be it. Yeah, there we go. We got some of the music. It's low, but it's there. Messages. Alright. Just dicking around. Because look at this, alright? Now, albeit this game had many years to properly develop. It had 5 years for me to make this game functional. Okay. But now it's almost the saving grace of 343. Because I love the MCC now, and I play it more than anything. You know, anytime I want to play Halo, I'm like, boom, MCC, let's go for it. Why is this my background? That was one thing that they changed that I thought was cool. is under settings. I'll probably worry about that later. See, game settings here. It's fine, I'll worry about it later. But that's normally not. I thought that was in my main hub. But yeah, so what Halo 3 would give us is it gave us the beginning of Forge, it gave us multiplayer file share, right? All these sorts of things that you could use and play. Whereas this game basically came with none of that shit. I actually don't think I'll be able to focus and talk at the same time as far as gaming goes for the things that I want to say. Music's throwing me off, so. To give y'all guys something to look at, I'm going to dick around on some Halo 3. You know what? We played the Covenant last time. That is my favorite. Might want to play something else. We'll play Halo 2. Halo 2 is good, but I'll do Anniversary because it's got the better cutscenes. I'm sorry. Ooh, actually, I have a good thing I want to. Ah, there it is. That song. Freaking Never Forget, man. It's good. It's good shit. Let's see. I see. I don't think it's playing that loud. Yeah. Hopefully it won't be copywritten by Microsoft. But look at this, just from this picture, which I adore this, by the way. Cairo Station. You know, you're already getting a lot of information. Okay, you're on planet Earth. The Earth is round. But this looks very military-esque. It's a docking station. You can see its name is Cairo Station. You're having Autumn class. Maybe not Autumn class, but you're having some carriers over here. I believe they're carriers. And some frigates flying around. One's being docked, which is cool to look at. I think that's a dope-ass station.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras.
But
You told me
you've
you were
got
gonna wear
Sergeant
something
Johnson.
nice.
Sergeant Johnson
Folks need
in
heroes,
some
Chief. Give them hope.
formal military
So
armor.
smile.
He's
But
not
yeah,
wearing
well, we still got
pink
something to smile
holographic
about.
dominating shit. It's still funny and lighthearted. I always look at Halo 2 as like the 80s action movie of all of the Halo games. And then you have this. This was very controversial back in the day, having later on to play as Ever. But I always loved this side, not a side plot, but I love the plot of it where, I mean, fuck you. You see where I got the tattoo
Thrown quite a
is in
crowd.
this cutscene I forgot
They
about.
came to hear me beg.
They will be disappointed.
Are you sure?
This establishes a lot because it lets us know how the Covenant splits up Halo Ring, what they're starting for, what the consequences for particular actions, like what we see with Halo Ring. I mean, somebody had to get fired, right? Didn't know they had to get fried. Looks like they switched the letters around a little bit.
Gentlemen,
But
we're
I
lucky
like
to have
this-
you back.
I really like this scene because
Go ahead, Cortana.
Another whisper, sir, near Io.
you get
We
to
have probes
actually
en route.
see
I
decent
apologize, but
military
we're going to have to make this
talk.
quick.
It's not anything spectacular or anything crazy.
You look nice.
But
Thank you.
it's enough to make you be like, oh yeah, this is a
Sergeant
military
Major,
sci-fi
the
shooter.
Colonial
That's
Cross
what this is.
awarded for acts
I really
of singular
think if you
daring
had
and
these kinds of
devotion
animations
for a soldier of the
going
United
throughout
Earth
the
Space
campaign,
Corps.
going throughout the actual play, this could have been the next Star Wars. This shit is
Let me be an
awesome.
example for all who
Like,
would break our covenant.
The story is interesting. It's fun. At least in Halo 2. Halo 2 is it's got many different tones where you have your contrast. You have Chief being
Commander
rewarded,
Miranda
whereas
Keyes,
the
your
Arbiter
father's
is being
actions were in
deemed as a
keeping with the
heretic
highest
and,
traditions of
given the
military
mark of
service.
shame.
His bravery in the face of
So,
impossible odds reflects great credit
A
upon
lot of this
himself
you lose in
and
Halo
the
Infinite. It's
UNSC.
more you
The
get
Navy
Chief's
has lost one of its best.
one-liners that he kind of gives off in the game, but this really reflects on. It picks you up to speed on Halo 1. It's kind of like, I wouldn't say a soft reboot, but it could act as one. There it is. That's the mark of shame, man. That's where it gets it. Great. It's a good scene because it represents someone in
Slip space ruptures directly outside the kill zone.
to move forward. It's good archetypes, it's good
Negative,
stuff.
Admiral. Form a defensive perimeter around
And
the
then
cluster.
boom, like you have guys in the like,
Commander,
we're going
get
in,
to
we're going
your
to
ship.
engage the
Link
enemy.
up
He's
with
like,
the
no,
fleet.
defend,
Yes, sir.
make a defensive perimeter around.
You have the mech gun, Cortana.
Cluster,
As soon as they come in
Mac
range,
guns are
open
coming
up.
in. Like it's all this sort of,
Something's not right.
you know, I
The
can't.
fleet that
explain
destroyed
it
Reach was
properly
50
because it's
times
moving
this size.
Quickly, and I would like to
Sir,
pause it,
additional
but I-
contacts. Boarding craft and lots of them.
I mean, that's not what I would like to do. Oh yeah, that's the Halo 2 cutscenes.
Yes,
oh
sir.
gosh,
Straight shot
very
at Earth.
different.
Master Chief, defend this station.
Forgot how that
Yes,
used
sir.
to look.
I need
Jesus
a weapon.
Christ.
Right this
Definitely got an upgrade since then. But you get a lot of information from these small cutscenes. That's what I like about the jam pack and stuff. Whereas Halo Infinite's, they kind of just seem, you know, they're not anything too crazy. So, you know, you get the layout of this area, very military sci-fi shooter. Boom. I mean, you walk down 2 floors and you're at a fucking armory, right? Like, shit's dope. Oh no! Network connection. Don't do this to me. Like, this shit's fucking dope.
to the battle station.
Love this game. Absolutely adore it. I always walk the SMGs because as soon as I found out I could dual wield, I thought this shit was awesome.
Check your targets. Watch the cross.
But check your targets, watch your crossfire. These lines, there's not any of these in Halo Infinite. They're more like, I mean, the Marines are usually saying sort of jokes or they're being quippy, which is fine. That has its place. But you have to remember what your roots are. Halo, in its nature, is a military sci-fi shooter. You know, as far as campaign goes. Military sci-fi shooter. Multiplayer, social, wacky games, right? You're doing crazy shit, you're having fun, but you're also working within that realm of it being a shooter, right? So, what I like about Cairo Station is that, for one thing, you get the 80s sort of action vibe where you had Johnson hauling around a giant LMG and he's ready to just freaking lay ham. I've got, you know, dual-wielding SMGs. You're feeling like a badass. You want somebody to try something. You know, like, look at this. Look at this absolute legend. And when the door opens, let him have it. Like, I'm all about it. Door opens up. This is like Star Wars, but it's a reverse. And you can just very satisfying. I love using the SMGs. Although they do little damage, and Halo 2 is fairly difficult. Legend has it.
Someone pick up that sword.
Shit. Boom. Oh, sweet Jesus. My intoxication is really showing, isn't it? The lunge. Now with this game in particular, its sword lunge is pretty freaking crazy. With the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, some guys, some esports players, I don't know if it was esports, but definitely players online had a way of being able to fly by using the energy sword. And so I just Jesus! Okay. It's fine. I died while I'm streaming. That's okay. Oh yeah, I'm a bit big, aren't I? To be doing that. As far as being on screen. Where am I? Display capture? No. Desktop audio. Video capture. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm a bit large right there. There we go. Is that better? Is that better for you guys? Do you appreciate me? Oh Jesus, don't go away. Yeah, should be good. I usually play on a mouse and keyboard. I might still. No, I don't think I'm able to. No, I'm not able to because I'm playing on my Xbox. I'm not playing on PC. I have this on PC and it is freaking
Quarters of Habitat Alpha.
Maybe I should just be doing that. Oh, fucking, I'm sorry. I'm streaming this on my Xbox. You know what? Since I'm doing that, I might as well bring out the old and gold legit Halo 3. Cause this, well, not necessarily legit. Do I have to put it in the CD? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to really just bring out the CD, put in there? Probably not, because I still have more I want to talk about. So, let's do that. Let's keep talking. Alright. In the end... Oh, Jesus, why is that so large? No, go away. Why are you... I was wondering why that image was showing up so freaking massive. Let's see how that looks now. There, that's better. That's much better. Look at that. It's looking beautiful. Looking absolutely gorgeous. And so am I. I really liked that that background picture for the MCC, so couldn't help but have that going on. So in the end, is this fucking winter update going to do anything? I really don't think so. I'm skeptical. I've held my heart out for this long that Halo is going to have its resurgence. It was going to come back. Look, if Halo comes back, it's going to be by the community. It's not going to be by any corporation or anything like that. Which is why I think it's smart that they're doing Forge. Don't get me wrong. I think it's smart that they're bringing out Forge finally. And file share. That's a good bonus. That's great, because what would the point be of having Forge if it didn't have a file share? What would be the point of doing that? You know? I don't know. Do you know? But I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to draw new players in. Unless there's some great games that the community puts out. But it's going to come from us. It's going to come from regular players that have a passion for Halo and want to make fun games on Halo. That's what's going to make this come back. You know, social aspects and custom games. If they're able to bring this back and they're able to bring back custom games and fix it, this game might have a chance. But it still has about a year or two before it actually becomes playable and has a soft reboot. That's what this is supposed to be. But Forge and file share, it's not going to be enough. And what was it? One of the guys, I forget his name. Late Night Gaming. He did a video recently where he was talking about can it save the game? He was talking about the winter update as well, but he brought up a list and he said something that just boggled my mind in particular, and I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to just personally talk about. Oh God, skip ads, go away. But I wanted to talk about it in particular. Let's see. Where is it? He has a list of all the things that he wanted Halo Infinite to have. Yeah, I think this is it. Where, yeah, he made a list of all the things that he thought Halo Infinite should have. I'll bring up the closed captioning for you guys.
And in fact, I think 5 months after the release of Halo
See.
Infinite,
About to get an ad, damn it, really? Come on.
I was a little shocked when
I hate ads. Ads are terrible. Why do you do this to me? No, stop.
Made a list of things
Yeah.
that
A list of things
Halo
that...
Infinite needed to accomplish for me to consider it content complete.
Right, so things that he would want them to add for it to be content complete. That face. So we got co-op, challenges, timing, scoring, mission select, theater support, checkpoint reset, firefight, multiplayer, game modes like Kingdom Hill, Headhunters, Griffball, asymmetrical BTB, infection, playlist, team doubles, snipers, action sack, an XP rank progression system, reporting function, pre-game, post-game lobbies, playable elites, armor color customization, emblem customization, emblem color customization, searchable fire shell service history. And if you notice, all the stuff that he's reading, Forge theater support, Forge custom games, a working functional theater mode, open custom game lobby, public file share content, campaign co-op matchmaking, all of this stuff has been in previous titles. That was the big thing. All of this has been in previous titles. We're not asking for anything more than what has already been brought to the table. I understand that they've built this new engine. The new engine's trash. I'm sorry. But if it took you a year to put in a couple of game modes, 2 maps, and skinned seasons that were already probably pre-established, if not, even if you had to make them, okay, you had some designers make some great like character models. That's terrific. And you set some people aside from that. But aside from your battle pass, essentially, your battle passes, what else have you brought to the game? You've brought a couple of modes, you brought a couple of maps, and a year later you're now bringing Forge into the game in file share. Where was this a year ago? This is what we needed a year ago. And I agree with all this stuff. I think all of this should be in it. Co-op, challenges, which we have challenges. And I think those challenges are fine. Mission select and mission replayability. It's like, I was shocked when I was like, man, why can't I, where do I go to replay the missions? And I looked it up and it's like, yeah, it's just not there. You can't. I was like, what do you mean you can't? What do you mean you can't replay a mission? Why can't I replay a mission? It's a campaign. You should have replayable missions. Like, that's... What? Game modes, I can understand if they don't put some of those out because they're having to make unique game types for each of these, and that requires bits of coding. And, an XP ranked driven progression system. Yes. And I think you should get special items for your progression. I really do. Because that was what made Halo Reach so interesting to me. With Halo 3, it was more, you looked at their rank to see how good they were as a player. But with Halo Reach, and Halo Reach, you had the lobbies, right? I mean, and with Halo 3, but you could look at their Spartan. You just had to move over to the side, boom, you have their Spartan, have their player card, and you know basically everything there is to know about them, right? So when you swipe over and you see some of these guys, you're like, holy shit, this guy's stacked. He's got giant shoulder plates, that are like 15 levels above me. His head is on fire, and he's got a black, visor. This dude this dude knows his shit. You can tell just by looking at him, and then you see it's good when their rank stops being a military rank and it starts being like some sort of moon sort of shit, or title like noble or inheritor, reclaimer, and you're just like, yeah, that guy's on a different level. Me, myself, I settled with Colonel. I hit Colonel, and I was like, all right, middle of the road, middle of the pack. I can on this one. That's fine by me. I can live with that. That's fine. But it's what he says here.
As time keeps going on, I'm starting to realize that a lot of these are probably not very realistic and should probably be reserved as things to do next time.
These things, yeah. I think that was the thing that got me, is that he said that these aren't realistic. they're not realistic in my opinion with this engine. This engine is crap. Now, all fair. I'm not trying to shit on late night gaming. I don't want this to come off in the wrong way. I respect the guy. I think makes some fantastic content. Far surpasses anything I've ever made. But I think this should be realistic with the flagship franchise of Microsoft, like Microsoft's gaming center. It was on the box of their new console. When your product is on the box, it better be damn good, because they're marketing the shit out of it. They're taking big risks with you. And the thing is if they decide to switch to Unreal, they haven't just lost money with investing in this slipspace engine. They've lost money with all of the people that stopped playing, myself included. You go on my Pinterest, you see some armors, man. I'm not gonna pull up my Pinterest because that's dumb, but you go on these, you find some concept art of like Halo Infinite-esque models, that look like they could have been done in Halo Infinite, and you're like, man, wow, why the fuck haven't they done that? That shit's cool. So awesome looking. And it's all like tactical military sci-fi, which plays right into what Halo does in its campaigns and other jargon. That shit I would buy. I would spend $20 for that shit. It looks fire. It's awesome. Like, I love it. I might see if I can fucking pull it up. See if I can pull it up. Because some of these armors are just so cool. They're just so cool. I freaking love it. See, no, don't continue as Action Bros. And go as a different one. Log in. Continue with Google. Use another account. Let's try that one. See if I can find these. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm in. Yeah, right out of the gate. Okay, let's pull this up. Right out of the gate. Look at this. This is cool. Okay? Like, I get it, we don't have the gun and some of the other jargon, but just straight out of the gate. This is fucking cool looking. I could see someone easily paying for this, and it fits. The most important thing is it fits the theme of the game. It fits the tone. Halo hasn't ever been. It's had lighthearted moments, but it was about humanity on the edge of survival, and this game tries to play into that. The biggest line that hit me when I was watching the trailers is they were like, "Yeah, we lost." And you look at this destroyed Halo ring, and you're like, "Man, what the fuck happened? What happened here? Who blew up the Halo ring? Like, did it work? What events caused that?" We don't learn any of this. We don't learn really anything that happens about that. We don't learn anything really about the war. Continues. We get a couple of, which that was cool with ODST because you're trying to follow, breadcrumbs and stuff like that. But I would have liked someone to say, yeah, this is kind of the order of events that happened. I would have appreciated that, because it's kind of hard to now kind of understand what was going on then, so, oh god, this is getting canned, isn't it? I'm gonna go ahead and stop streaming this, try and save my CPU power. Oh, let's get rid of that, see if I can scrounge up some more frames. Dear lord, it's terrible. I wonder how long I've been in the red. Jesus. Let's see if I can find any more of those armors. Oh, figured I'd yawn at some point. Oh gosh, where are my fucking pens? Gosh, I want to see my pens. There we go. Let's see if I can find some. Ah, I had a yellow. That's nice. Yeah, Halo concept are almost 1,700 pins. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to scroll through memes on like iFunny or something, so I just went with this and I just said fuck it. I like looking at Halo concept art, so this is what I roll with. Yeah, like here we go. Look at this. Look at how nice that looks. Oh well, fuck. Now it's gone. Shit. Whoops, we couldn't find that page. What do you mean we couldn't fucking find the page? There we go. Look at this. Look at how awesome that looks. And yeah, I get it. He's purple. I can live with it. You know, I can live with various colors. That's fine. You know, I take back what I said about the hot pink. Okay, I take it back. This is fine. It's fine. But damn, does that look dope? Looks boss as shit, and it would work with their whole skin color customization thingy. You know, where you can buy the different cosmetic colors, because you couldn't get this in any of the other Halo games. This particular combination. And look, he's even matching with his gun. Ain't that nice? I think that's pretty cool. There we go. He's even matching with his gun. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Very pretty. But I mean, like, you got that. Let's see if I can find anything else that was dope. This, oh yeah, this was a Marine. This was one of my favorites. Looks awesome. Marine sniper. But again, tactical military sci-fi shooter. You have that versus, I'm gonna bring it up again for another stream. Let's see. Yeah, the yappening. Let's see. Store. See if I can find it here. There was a store page, man. Yeah. Versus like fucking this. Look at this. Open image in new tab. It's so sad. Like, oh god, come on. Look at that. Look at that. It's just fucking terrible. It looks like a bunny rabbit. It's so cringe. It's terrible. And it's not hard. You want to do a military sci-fi shooter, talk to some military guys, figure out some armors like you just saw. Fucking tell them to go on Pinterest and find some armors on there, and then just, you know, find the source. Ask them if you could use that design, and use that design. I think that shit would be great. I think it'd be fantastic. It would be a good idea to use. But I don't know, man. I don't think this is gonna be enough. As much as now this shit's cool. Don't get me wrong. This Forge Beta is gonna be absolute, like, fire. I mean, look at this shit. Look at that. Look at how cool that is. They built architecture. You know? I mean, that's so whack. That's so fun. That's so cool. And, you know, I wouldn't mind playing in that shit. I wouldn't mind. Now, that would be a good Griffball map. Look at that. Wait, I think they are playing Griffball. That's neat. But anyway. So, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about on this stream, is whether or not Halo's going to make it, or is it already dead? I think the game's pretty dead. Will I still play it? Maybe. But, I mean, you look at late night, and he's already looking at the next game. Everybody's kind of looking at the next game. Like, what are they going to do next? And that's sad, really. This game lasted a fucking year. A year. You know? I mean, I understand it's not going to be on the levels of Halo 3 and Halo Reach at this point, because my expectations have been shot so low. But I'm still playing those games. They came out almost 20 years ago. 20 years ago. The games are old, and they still hold up. There's still a heavy fan base for the Halo games. Would I have wanted them to end with Halo Reach? Part of me wants to say yes, part of me wants to say no. If I'm being honest, like, it would have been a good send-off. Bungie ends its era and it moves on to Destiny. We close out the Halo franchise and it ends, dies a hero rather than living long enough to see itself become the villain, that whole fucking line. So, is it worth it that it's carried on? I think we've gotten some new stuff that's genuinely good. But I think it's now watered down to the point where it almost feels lost, you know. I'm losing a lot of hope for the Halo franchise, which sucks because it's probably my favorite franchise. I usually would say Star Wars, but I think I know more about Halo than I do Star Wars by a long shot. Like, I was in high school, and when I really started getting interested in the games, I had a phone. I found this app that was the fandom for Halo, for all the Halo lore, and I dove in. Every class I went to, I was just reading. Read practically books in length of lore. Because I could just go to whichever thing I found interesting. I want to learn more about the submachine gun. It actually is caseless and it doesn't fire shells out. How the fuck does that work, by the way? Side note. Yeah. How do you make it caseless? What is it used to fire? What is the? Because I'm also interested in guns. It's a bit of a side note, but I kind of want to talk about it. I really do. Let's see. Halo SMG. The M7. Okay. Because I was interested because I used to love the design. I love the design of the SMG. Like, this thing's pretty. You know, I've seen a Spartan use 2 at once, tearing the crap out of the little ones, sending the big ones down in bloody heaps. But I guess that's what you gotta be to pull it off. An action movie hero, tall walking tank. Like, I like how they said an action movie hero. I was just talking about that earlier. But yeah, I was reading it one day and I saw M7 caseless submachine gun. Now, if you don't know what that means, normally with any sort of form of ammunition, you have your bullet and then you have a case that goes around the bullet. You know, around the back end of the bullet, it holds all the gunpowder. So if something is caseless, it means it can't contain any gunpowder. Which means when the the firing pin isn't hitting anything, there's no gunpowder in the shell, and the bullet is only this big. What is turning the bullet into a projectile? Design detail. Is an automatic submachine gun that fires a form of 60-round magazine which is placed horizontally. Due to the odd horizontal placement, can be seen the magazine uses a circular ramp, blah, blah, blah. They talk about the clip and how it works. Once the round is fired, the gases from the previous rounds force the breech to rotate and chamber new. Well, yeah, but where are you getting the gases if it's caseless? The charging handle is located on the right side of the gun, does not move during operation. Once the round is fired, the gases from previous rounds force the breech to rotate a new chamber. Once the magazine is empty, the handle, although not illustrated in the game, can either be pulled back and locked or can be fully cycled after a fresh magazine has been housed. It's first pulled back and then locked. It must be pushed forward in order to chamber a new round. So it's got a bolt. Magazine release. It's a rifle barrel. unlike most, oh, they even have a thing for that. Okay, now we're getting into the depths of ammunition. Meaning it does not have a metallic casing surrounding the powder and sealing the bullet propellant and primer together. Instead of using this casing, the round uses a combustible adhesive to seal these components
Sick of being
together.
overlooked and underconnected?
Because of the heat,
In or not,
adhesive and
companies
propellant
left
are
your
both
town behind.
vaporized when fired.
We are
There
Kinetic.
is no
No
need
data
to
caps, no
eject
contracts,
spent
no more
casings.
in or not. Kinetic. High speed, we're here.
Fucking shut up. Though not featured in the game, Kinetic cameras is susceptible to cook-off, accidental firing rounds due to built-up heat in the receiver. Huh. That's new information. So they have an adhesive, I guess, that wraps around the bullet that then contains the gunpowder. So when the firing pin activates, it basically vaporizes the shell, the case, and fires the item forward. And fires the round forward. I never knew that. See, this is why I love these games. Now, is that plausible? Fuck no. There's no way that anybody can make that. That's cool, and that's cool sci-fi like jargon. See, in my mind, I always imagined that the gunpowder was built inside the round, and the firing pin, it was all like one round, you know, where instead of having the case and the bullet fires out of it, it was just like a mini rocket, and so it would hit the firing pin, the gases would be in there, and then the gases would shoot out the back from the hole that was punctured in the firing pin. Because in my mind, it would actually puncture and create a hole with a spark, and then that rocket would fly, it would shoot backward, and you shoot out like a rocket. That's how I always imagined it. But then again, when you're dealing with a rocket, you have to deal with like wind and shit. You good?
Oh, I was just trying to stay out of breathing. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about ammunition, because I was interested in it.
Yeah?
Yeah. You wanna? Can I have a refill? You're not hiding at all.
Thanks.
Thank you, dear. Fucking weirdo. I say that when I'm over here looking. Yeah, like look at this. Or don't. Can I enlarge it? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want it to be full screen. That is weird looking. Huh. Weird. Yeah, of course the feature is very beneficial, I bet. By a stroke of luck, it is important that you use willing. Where we're not wanting to use hot brass flying in their face from the eject port with a weapon in the left hand. Yeah, but what about pistols? Because pistols do that too. On the back of propellant, reducing their length, allowing more ammo to be stored. Yeah, I know that. Trivia: real caseless weapons suffer from problems with cooking off. Is that a real thing? Like, is caseless ammunition an actual thing? There's no way. There's no way caseless ammo actually exists. Attempt to reduce weight and cost and dispensing with a case, which typically... No. Well, yeah, that internal propellant. That's what I was talking about, like a rocket. Right? Or maybe it just blows off the top. I'm sorry, guys. I find this shit so cool. I find things interesting. Okay. So primer, right? So you got a base plate, a sealing cup, and a propellant. So the propellant is all in this little area. TNT. Hot damn. God. Citric acid or TNT. Gain. I don't know what that is. Paper discs. Fuse. Holy shit. That's complicated. What the fuck? So yeah, it basically so sealing cup. I assume what happens is the firing pin, boom, hits this, boom, ignites the propellant, which somehow I would assume reacts with the TNT. This all blows out, boom. You know, the sealing cup blows off and it fires for. Well, that wouldn't make sense, because where is the sealing cup going to go? Doesn't give me any info. Oh, that's just the older caseless ammo. Usually uses a configuration with primer propellant are integrated in the bottom projectile, much like a rocket. See, I fucking knew it. I knew that's how it should be done. Fucking called it here, man. Damn, I didn't even know I was gonna be talking about this shit. External propellant? That's weird. Issues heat sensitivity. For gunpowder. Say heat sink when extracted from materials. Is there any others? Or is that it? Rocket ball. Fucking knew it. Oh shit. Cats are going crazy. But yeah, external propellant comparison of a Remington 223 and the caseless Heckler & Koch G11 ammo. Holy shit, that actually exists. Get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. It's a 7.62. Hot damn. Used in the VAG 73 machine pistol.
Knock, knock, motherfucker.
I'm talking about ammunition.
I love ammunition. The thing that goes pew pew pow pow.
I just learned so much cool shit. So, I was right. I just want to be forewarning with that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you know, Halo, you know, has some cool shit, and I got to talking about the SMG. When I was talking about like militaristic stuff and sci-fi shit. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this gun has a bit of like sci-fi gobbledygook, because when I was talking about when I was in high school reading about lore, and I liked this gun, so I looked up its lore, and it says the gun it's a M7 caseless submachine gun, and I was like, caseless, and it says that because the ammo does not have a case, like a shell that carries the gunpowder, and I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Where does the propellant come from? And when I was looking on the fandom, it never had an answer. But this just showed me that it had an answer. And basically what it says doesn't have a metallic casing, but instead they use a combustible adhesive that seals all the components together. So essentially, it has a shell, but when it's fired, the shell evaporates basically and fires off projectile. Huh. And I was like, that's weird. That doesn't sound realistic. That just sounds like a bunch of like gobbledygook to me. It sounds like a bunch of sci-fi bullshit that they just created. Because to me, I always thought it'd be more rocket propelled, where you would that the firing pin would ignite and it would actually pierce the firing pin and it would shoot off like a rocket. Right. Little did I know that actually exists. And I was like, fuck, I was right. Like, it actually is a thing. They have a cross section of a gun that fucking Wikipedia does not have this article. Okay. I guess that gun is not able to be talked about on Wikipedia. But yeah, no, I don't think he's happy with you. So I was talking about Halo and I got distracted by talking about ammunition because I thought this shit was cool. But yeah, no, they actually have a projectile with internal propellant. That's fucking wicked, dude. That's so cool.
That is really dope.
Yeah. I didn't mean to get lost on this tangent, but yeah. But Oh man, look at this! Look at this! What they made in Forge though. Look at this map.
That's beautiful.
Right? Ain't that? Like,
Great architecture.
that's what I was saying. Like, the architecture's cool. They're doing so many cool things. I think I saw a glimpse of what could have been
Whoa.
Griffball,
Hey.
which I thought was cool. And it had like this arena style map. It's really cool looking. Let's see, might have been earlier on. But yeah, it was fucking cool as shit though. Like, for you though, you personally, do you think this is going to save Halo, this Forge shit?
I don't think Halo needs saving.
No?
I think what Halo needs is to get back to where it came from.
Get back to its roots.
Yeah.
I can get behind. That's what I've been talking about a lot today. Is that Halo was originally a military sci-fi shooter.
Yeah, because I don't think that Halo needs to be saved. It's a great game.
Right.
It's a great franchise. I just think if it sticks with what made it work in the first place, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Amen.
I think part of the reason it's such a joke of a game now is because it tried to be something that it wasn't.
Right.
Which is all these like I guess
the yappening.
Yeah, the Fortnite.
Yeah.
Kind of like
they're trying
that
to
game room kind of game.
I always get the vibe because they keep saying, "Oh, we want to appeal to a broader audience." You know, we want to do this show that appeals to a broader audience. I'm like, y'all guys y'all guys have one of the most sold games in Xbox history.
What do you mean broad audience?
What do you mean
you already
broad,
have the audience.
What do you mean broad?
As audience you could think of.
Everybody was buying this game. Everybody and their mother was buying this game. You know, what do you mean trying to expand to a broad audience? You mean a new, younger audience? If your game was good, they'd be fucking playing it. But yeah, look at this. So you can people are doing legit like codeware in Forge, and let's see if I can find this video because I think you'd find this cool. Let's see, Red Nomster, who did that Halo 3
trailer.
No, it was the Halo 3 video trying to decode the ancient script.
Oh yeah,
which I thought was dope. But he did some awesome shit with Forge. For one thing, he made Zelda in Halo Infinite, right, with the Forge. He did Kokiri Force, which was dope. But if you come over to here, which I'll see if I can get after ads. Stupid ads. God.
Look,
is that a condom? Oh no, it's filled with milk.
It's a condom that was obviously.
Oh God.
Got milk.
Got this milk.
Got those mommy milkers.
God. God, I need my Starbucks coffee with some milk.
Oh what?
Yeah, so this is the area that he's in. But in here, he has made a legit actual 2D game because he's playing it at the moment. It's not just like a run. He's actually he can activate a door, right? And he runs in. He actually made a 2D platformer.
That's funny.
In Halo. And I was like, what the fuck? How?
That's just people that have too much time on their hands.
Yeah. And so
some of us gotta work for the man, pay taxes and shit.
But shit's impressive. I mean, he even made a climbing mechanic for climbing ladders in the Kokiri Forest. So
Really?
yeah, I mean, it just goes to show how. I mean, that's beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice, especially from playing. I've been playing Ocarina of Time recently. Oh, it's great.
Such a good game.
Good game. Also, shout out to Red Nomster. This guy has made some fantastic content, and he's undersubscribed. How am I not subscribed to him? But this dude's got some good shit. I mean, look at that. I mean, with the lighting effects and all that shit, this is so cool. Like, I would love to run around Kokiri Forest Halo Infinite. That's cool though. That's so cool. Look at this. Look at this chain. This shit's crazy, man. Look at that fucking shit. How do you come up with that shit? My God. See, 343, this is what you need. You didn't have to make content for us. We'll do it for you. That's what I'm trying to get at in the end of this. So, I think Jace is right. This game is going through a very rough patch, but if they keep this Forge as good as it is, this Halo will be remembered, and so will the next one. The next one will be even better. You know, the 3 strikes are up with me in Halo Infinite. I gave 343 Industries 3 strikes, and they've missed the mark on each one. If the next game is going to be free to play, I'll download it, but I don't think I'll buy the campaign. Maybe some DLC for this one. Maybe. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. I might. You know, just so I can play it with you guys. Because I still love this IP. I would hate to see it go. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know. I'm just a bitter clinger at this point, trying to cling on to the old ways of Halo. You know, but this is something good. This is fantastic. 343. As bad as most of your shit's been, this right here, golden. Chef's kiss. This is fantastic. Good stuff. More of this, and everybody will be playing your game. More of this. This is social stuff. This is community stuff. If you want to appeal to a broader community, you first have to develop that community. You have to allow that community to grow. So, because the community's been developed with the first couple of games from the Bungie era, now if you want it to grow, this is how you grow it. You give us more tools. You give us more things to mess around with. Problem with Halo Infinite was it was too constrained and restricted and didn't have anything. It was the most basic game available. This is good. Good stuff. This has potential. I'm excited for the beta. I'm skeptical that it's going to be worth its salt. You know, I have to be. I'm worried it's going to be broken. It's going to be messed up. I have to be cynical, but if it does well, then we have a bright future ahead of us. But Halo's got to find its roots again. You're a military sci-fi shooter. Stick to it. They've been bad at listening to fans for a lot of their stuff. Guys, I mean, I can't say it enough. Yeah. That's all I gotta say for now. As far as, I mean, I could probably keep going and talk about more nitty gritty, you know, because I could talk about Forges of old and how they've changed and transformed over the years. I think my next biggest thing is going to be campaign, because I was a big story guy. I played Halo for its campaigns. 4 and 5. 4 was meh. It's very mid, very forgettable. I played it not too long ago, and I still can't remember hardly any of it. Aside from a few moments. Halo 5, completely forgettable, and that's a good thing, because I don't want to remember any of it. And Halo Infinite. Now, I'll give Halo Infinite its credit. Them Forerunner maps, I mean, there was a lot of them, of course, but that architecture was spot on. Oh, man. I'm a big fan of Forerunner architecture in Halo. Love that shit. They eat that shit up. So when I walked into these areas, man, like, let me see if I can pull up some of these. Because it's gorgeous. I mean, stunning. Absolutely stunning. The lighting, the detail, the color, all of it. Fan-fucking-tastic. It's beautiful. Beautiful rooms. Like, it reminds you of the old Halo. This shit's cool. It's awesome. I like that design. Forerunner texture breakdown. Yeah, that's dope looking. Now that's a bit more of the modern, granted. Which, that I'm fine with. I'm okay with this. Some of the new modern stuff I wasn't too happy with. Because most of the older stuff was a bit too basic. Kind of like this. It's a bit more simple. As far as textures go. That shit's awesome. So if I can find any of the rooms. Yes, just the Guardian. The actual Guardian. It's so dope, dude. So good. Yes, I will gush over Forerunner architecture. I'm a fucking nerd. It's just beautiful, man. Beautiful shit. Love it. Love it. The doors. Ugh, the doors. I'll replay that campaign just so I can get to some of this architecture again. The rooms, look at that. Look at the lights. Oh, the way it reflects. It's so pretty. God, love it. Love it. This is why I think it could be the next Halo. I mean, this shit is akin to the Death Star to me, man. As far as iconic goes. Wait, ooh, yeah. Yeah, look at that. God, love it. Love it. It's not giving me the pretty image I want to say. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, and it reflects off the ground. That's so nice. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful work. Love it. Let's bring this one up in large for you guys. Just, utter gorgeousness. Oh, this is going to be one of those. Let you know how slow my computer is. Shit. Jesus. Look at that. Got the little detail on the sides. I'm just rambling at this point. Got the interesting geometrical shapes going up the column right there. Got the Guardian. Even on the sides here, more geometrical. The Reclaimer symbol. Just builds it out, man. Makes it interesting. The beam. You don't have to have a beam there, but you do. Shit's great, dude. Shit's just awesome, man. Fucking love it. Oh, God. Let's try this one. Yeah, pretty. Yeah, the rooms. As much as people disliked how many of the Forerunner rooms you had to walk through, I ate that shit up. I would go into a new room and I'm just like, oh, it's so pretty. I loved it, man. And even some of the older stuff, like some of the old rings or whatever these may be, shit's cool. Now this was, the Spire was definitely more modern. Definitely more modern. Is it terrible? No. It's passable. Fine with it. This is cool. This is Catalyst, one of the new maps that it came out. And yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, is it probably ripped from campaign assets? Yes. Do I accept it? Yes. I think this shit's cool. And it's my YouTube channel and I can talk about what the fuck I want to at this point. I don't give a shit. I'm having alcoholic bevs and I'm talking about Forerunner rooms. Because I don't know. I gush over this shit. It's my jam and jelly. Oh, look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Because you compare this to, you know, Halo 3. I just get a kick out of the shit that I'm searching for this random stream. When I'm by myself and I'm drinking, you know, it's a whole ordeal. Like, you have these rooms. Like, look at this. Okay, this is pretty cool as far as room detail goes. Where is this? That's Halo Infinite. What the fuck am I? I was wondering why that looks so good. Okay. Now it's more like it. There we go. Yeah, so look at this. This is old Halo 3, right? Love this door. It's one of my favorite doors. If I could have this in my house, I would have it. Name your price. Put this in my house, please. That is awesome. Especially like as a door to the master bedroom right behind me. Yes. Just 100% yes. Be fantastic. Love it. Now you went from this, right, to this. You know, you got the slight color out, you know, glow around the outside. A bit more design texture. You know, it feels like it's popping out a bit more depth. Right? Right? Got all that, and then you have these kinds of rooms where it's just like, ugh. The detail. Now, I understand that you can always, you know, I understand the idea of less is more. You know, this is good. This is good. But it's still, you can tell, even with that, the Forerunner still had some hyper detail. It was the times, and they didn't have a way of fleshing that out, right? Look at this. You can tell that it has a divot right down here going on the line, right? It has that little trench, but it doesn't pop out. It feels flat because it was a texture. You know, it was just a drawing. That looks like it's popping out, and hot damn, it looks great. You know? It's building off of what they were originally designing. That shit's cool. Sorry, Halo Infinite went back to the old architecture design for the most part, the old art design, and I could not be happier about that. That's so cool. So cool. It's a shit image though. It's a very shit image. Yeah, it's so tiny. But yeah. So in conclusion, Halo Infinite Winter Update. I'm excited for it. Probably not going to make any videos on it besides this. But I think it's going to be something good.
Husband,
Wife.
where's my credit card? Oh, it's in your Thank you.
No problem. We just bought about $500 worth of meat from a traveling salesman. Yeah, that's fun. So yeah. That being said, I think I want to end the stream here. We've been going for a good bit as far as the night goes. I wanted to start this earlier, but I was expecting Riley to come over, and he still hasn't messaged me back. I hope he's okay. You know, I hope everything's alright with him. I'm sure it is. He usually sleeps a lot, so that's probably what happened. But next time we're on, we're probably going to be breaking down Pirates of the Caribbean. Because I love those movies, and I would love to talk about those movies. So without further ado, you guys have a happy Halloween. I will see y'all next week. Take care, and good night. Bye-bye.